The remastered version of the Mass Effect trilogy, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, is almost here. In just over a month, players will be able to experience this series of games with upgraded graphics on a number of platforms. However, these are not the only changes coming to these iconic games. BioWare have also shared details on gameplay tuning to rebalancing and more. This includes making changes to the makeover legendary vehicle from the first Mass Effect game, which has now been improved in terms of physics tuning, making the ride much smoother than before, but just as lovable according to the PlayStation blog post. There is also the welcome change of no longer experiencing an instant mission failure when touching lava, but instead it will deal damage over time. A combat overhaul has been quite the focus in the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, with many adjustments being made to the first Mass Effect, which had quite a different approach to its gunplay-focused sequels. The first game was heavily influenced by traditional RPG mechanics, meaning weapons could feel less accurate and not as reliable due to the randomness of a dice roll. Other major changes to other games in the trilogy include an overhaul of the Karma system in Mass Effect 2, as well as rebalancing for Mass Effect's Galaxy at War mode. For a full list of changes coming to the trilogy, be sure to check out the info on the Fextralife website. Diablo 2 Resurrected Technical Alpha on PC was announced by Blizzard to be taking place over this weekend. Only a select group of players who have opted in for the alpha test via the Blizzard official website will be able to take part. 3 of the 7 classes for Diablo 2 are available to be previewed, which are Barbarian, Amazon, and Sorceress. The first 2 acts will be accessible, including the Duriel boss fight. The alpha, although will concentrate on single player experience, having a limited number of classes, will have no level cap. This means those who have access can level their character as much as they want until the end of the alpha. We'll be streaming Diablo 2 Resurrected on our Twitch channel, so if you aren't lucky enough to get access for this technical alpha, you can still check out the game with us on Twitch. We also have a Diablo 2 alpha gameplay impressions preview video on our YouTube channel, so be sure to check that out. A hit MMO known in China as Gujian Qitan Online is coming west this year under the name Swords of Legends Online, described as a fully remastered and improved version of the game, which will explore the timeless war between the sides of light and darkness. Swords of Legends Online, or Solo, which is a great alternative way to call it, will offer players 6 classes: Reaper, Summoner, Bard, Spell Sword, Berserker, and Spear Master. There are also 2 specializations per class as the game progresses, meaning further powerful skills and abilities to unlock. Players will experience the action in both solo quests and multiplayer dungeons. There are also 20-player raids and PvP modes, all following the theme of Chinese legends and mythology. The MMO has player housing, so when you're not hitting the action, you can chill at your very own floating island with plenty of customization. The game comes with what you'd expect from an MMO: open world exploration, a range of classes, and the usual multiplayer content, but hopefully this fantasy world has plenty to keep players coming back to and offers a uniquely engaging experience which can compete with the likes of its Western counterparts such as Elder Scrolls Online or even the popular Japanese MMO Final Fantasy XIV. The game is currently available for pre-purchase on Steam, the Gameforge client, and the Epic Games Store. The standard edition is available for $39.99. Swords of Legends Online will be releasing in summer of 2021 for Europe, North and Latin America. Monster Hunter Rise is rewarding players with a free in-game item pack that contains some useful consumables to celebrate the milestone of over 5 million units shipped. Capcom have announced the pack called the Kimura Pack 1 Big Hit Celebration on their official Twitter account that comes with 30 Mega Potions, 20 Well Done Steaks, 10 Large Barrel Bombs, 5 Mega Demon Drugs, and 5 Armor Skins. This useful pack is great for those starting out, as consumables such as Mega Potions do take time to craft and farm items, so hopefully it should save you some time in doing so. In order to claim these goodies, head to the palico called Senri the Mailman, who is situated in the center of Kimura Village, not too far from Fusion. The Kimura Pack 1 will be under downloadable content. Giving free packs of items is similar to what Capcom did with Monster Hunter World, so hopefully we can expect more in the months ahead and more milestones to come for the latest entry in the Monster Hunter series. It's not too long ago that Capcom had reported surpassing 4 million shipments and digital sales, so it seems sales are going pretty strong for Rise. Monster Hunter Rise is currently available on the Nintendo Switch and will be releasing on PC in 2022. Grinding Gear Games had quite the boatload of news with their latest livestream, which took place this week, covering both Path of Exile 2 and the upcoming expansion Path of Exile Ultimatum. Path of Exile 2, which is not a sequel in your traditional sense, as it will not only allow players a next-gen experience with improved graphics, but it also will share the same client as Path of Exile. Your characters from both Path of Exile 1 and 2 will share an endgame. There is also a new skill gem system, a new campaign, new classes, plus lots more. If you want to get an overview of Path of Exile 2, we've got a great video which covers what's coming in further detail. While Path of Exile 2 won't be releasing anytime soon, most likely next year in 2022, there is an expansion coming to Path of Exile as soon as next week. On April 16th, players will be able to access the latest quarterly league expansion, Path of Exile Ultimatum. The Ultimatum League will run for roughly 3 months, in which newly rolled characters will come across the Trial Master, a new NPC and emissary of the God of Chaos. However, you'll be given a choice of either taking the prize and running, or choosing a new modifier for a chance to not only receive the previously offered reward, but also a new one. Such modifiers include faster enemies, further obstacles, or even stat restrictions. This essentially means you can double the rewards by facing further challenges. If you prevail the whole 10 rounds, a special surprise will appear in the final round. Grinding Gear hasn't exactly revealed what that surprise is, but it could very well be a new Ultimatum boss to face. There's also 4 new skill gems, such as Exsanguinate, which allows players to use their character's own blood as a projectile. The new skill gems follow the Valve themes, adding some bloody good skills. Path of Exile Ultimatum releases for free on April 16th. Enix has announced Neo: The World Ends With You will be coming to both PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch on July 27th. It will launch worldwide, including North America, Europe and Japan. Pre-orders are now available. Also, those on PC threat not, as Neo: The World Ends With You will be making its way to PC this summer. Players will be able to take to the streets of Shibuya, Tokyo in the long-awaited follow-up to the RPG classic, also titled The World Ends With You. The anime-styled game follows the series' unique style, but with a 3D look, depicting some of the Tokyo's well-known department stores and sites. This time, players will need to uncover the mysteries behind the Reaper's Game, a serious battle for survival in which you are forced to take part. The gameplay involves equipping pins, assigning them to teammates, each with its own particular ability. While the controls are simple, there are over 300 pins that let you attack the noise, strange creatures attracted by negative feelings, heal your party members, or help to boost your allies' abilities in battle. Safe to say, there are numerous combinations to be created. Neo: The World Ends With You is coming to PlayStation 4 and Switch on July 27th. It is later releasing in summer of 2021 for PC via the Epic Game Store. Rejoice Solasta fans, as Tactical Adventures have shared, the Solasta Crown of the Magister won't be in early access for much longer, as plans for the full release will be in the next update version 1.0. Solasta was released in early access since October 2020 and has received regular updates adding further features such as the Dungeon Maker. This allowed players to create their own adventures by designing their own dungeons to play through. Version 1.0 will be complete with a full campaign, extra side quests, a level cap of 10, early access version currently stands at 8, Steam Workshop for sharing user-made dungeons, and a full orchestra soundtrack. There will also be post-launch support, including continued updates for the Dungeon Maker and a free DLC containing the Sorcerer class. Well, that's it for the Week in the Wikis. Please join us again next week for yet another great week of gaming. Remember to check out our VIP program for some exclusive supporter benefits. And budding writers should take advantage of our Become an Author initiative. Thanks again for being part of this great community. Keep checking in with us with news, reviews, YouTube streams and vids, and general wiki goodness.